Let's go. All right. Great show today, guys. It's World Cup day, but I gotta say, I've started all the last couple shows saying how I want this NBA Finals to end and I want it to be over, but my goodness, did we have the hand of from the heavens? That's what I'm calling it, the hand from the heavens. OG, I always mess up his name, Anunoby. Oh my God, what a game. And you listen, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. We'll get into the top of the show in a sec. I mean, the show that we have today is pretty simple. Game fucking 4, and then we're kicking off the World Cup. We'll recap Game 4. We'll preview Game 5. We're going straight into the World Cup. There's no front page today. There's like a middle page section. We like in the World Cup. We're gonna do a group breakdown. We'll go into the economics of the cities. You know, stuff like that. Some nerdy stuff around the technology changes, the rule changes. Stuff that I tend to like, might be boring to some people. I don't really give a shit, to be honest. But here's the deal, guys. It's a pattern. It's a bad pattern. Like, we went to the England friendly last night, and I posted a tweet this morning. If this is going to be what the games are going to be like for the rest of the summer, I am in for a long summer. And look, I get it. I say this almost every show, and it's starting to feel like that I might be alcoholic, but it's okay. It's the summer. I'm very, guys, this is the most hungover I've been, which is crazy because there's a show that I did post Arsenal winning the championship. You'd think that would be the most hungover, but no, my little brother's dumbass from my new Geordie little brother from Newcastle is in town. He's traveling around the cup with us for England, and we went to the friendly last night and we got sloshed. We ended up at the pub late night, throwing darts. It was rough. It was rough, I will say. But hey, we got a great show today. We'll get right into it. Like I said, we'll kick off the World Cup stuff. But man, oh man, last night was a freaking treat for anybody that was watching, and we'll jump right into it. And I mentioned it at the top of the show, but OG, I can never pronounce his last name, Anunoby. Why does this video have like 6 pixels? Oh my God, come on, Reddit. You guys gotta do better than this. You gotta do better than this. You gotta do better than this. But OG, for those that don't know, last night, Game 4 of the finals, it was an all-time comeback for the Knicks in New York, and it capped off with this play right here. Oh, audio. See.
Go flat for Jalen Brunson, allow him to operate at the top.
Oh my God. The hand from the heavens. Mike Breen with the it's good. First of all, this is almost backcourt violation. They almost threw this game away twice in a row, and we'll get to the De'Aaron Fox situation in a sec, but we got a couple replays here. Almost turnover. Unbelievable. At this point, guys, in the night, we'll talk about it when we get into the game breakdown. But I'm gonna be honest. Trust tree. I turned this game off. It's not that I turned it off. I was at the pub, and we're anti-Wemby podcast. We're rooting for the Knicks, and the Knicks were down 29 points at one point, and I was playing darts, and I was losing. And I needed to focus. I needed to lock the fuck in. And so I didn't turn it off. I have my little prop up on my phone. I just turned my phone down. And I was like, you know what? I don't need to watch this anymore. And so I'm gonna be honest with you. I did have to do a rewatch this morning to make sure I knew exactly what I was talking about. But I watched the first 3 quarters, and then I was like, these guys are done. Was moving along. In my mind, I was like, damn, Spurs won the championship. This is bullshit. How are we going to be anti-Wemby podcast? And this guy's going to win a championship when he's like 14 years old. And now I'm going to have to deal with this for the rest of my podcasting career. Nope. I get home, and there's 3 minutes left. And, well, let's get a couple more angles of OG, and we'll get into the game. But I love the fan shots. One thing I want you guys to pay attention to here, hopefully it's not too loud, the anguish, the absolute anguish that you hear when it hits iron effort, and to instant euphoria right after. Hold on, we need better audio. Come on. I hate to say it, that's a series, ladies and gentlemen. It really is. There's no coming back from this guy. There's no coming back from. We'll get into the numbers, the historic precedents of it all. How Magic fans might be really happy because they're now the 3rd worst blowout or lone lead in this playoffs. But I digress. We got some better replays. Now, if we want to do the armchair analyst, which I love to do, I love to judge people that I get paid a lot of money to play this game, and I just sit here and on the couch and drink beer and judge them silently or loudly, I guess, into a microphone these days. But Fox really fucked. What are you doing doubling? Why? I mean, I get Brunson has been Brunson, but he's on Wemby. Wemby's on him, right? Am I crazy?
Flat for Jalen Brunson, allow him to operate at the top, 101.
I mean, you got a dude that's 100 feet tall. I mean, I get you're probably going off your coach's instruction. So, I mean, can't judge Fox too much. But, yeah, I mean, listen, if I'm a coach of the opposing team and Fox catches the, oh, I forgot to load my chat. Oopsie poopsie. It's all the time. Just start talking. I get their coach probably was like, hey, JB touches that ball. He don't make sure he doesn't get it off. And I can see that's what Fox was trying to do there. But I mean, OG, the crazy thing is this is could have ran this play for OG just as easily with once that double came in. The hand of the heavens.
And he still had to go get it. He still had to go get that one.
Unbelievable. I mean, genuinely. Like,
as Brunson lets it fly.
This will go down in New York history. This will go down in NBA history. This is on the level of the block from LeBron against Golden State. This is on the level of Jordan with a shot, the Jordan logo shot. Like, this is that type of shit. Like, OG should actually, someone in his marketing department, get his logo, like that right there. Get him on a shoe or fucking call it the OGs. I don't even care. Get me in the marketing department. That needs to be his new logo. Look at that shit. I mean, the hand of God, or no, the hand from the heavens. The hand from the heavens. I'm calling it that. I've officially made it. I don't know if anybody else has said it on Twitter or not. Probably somebody has, because listen, nothing is original these days. But I'm doing the whole, my homage is the World Cup, you know, the hand of God. You know, if you guys know who I'm talking about, what was it? Argentina player, handball, Maturana Ray or something like that. How can I not remember this guy's name? Bad radio. I know. The hand of God was Diego Maradona. Duh. Well, come on. The guy, if you don't know who Diego Maradona is, you should go watch some documentaries on it. Again, I was hungover. That's why I couldn't think of it. I might have had a little bit of Snoop Dogg this morning, and that's not going to help my memory. Never going to help my memory cause. But the hand of God, this is what I'm referencing. Basically, Diego Maradona in victory over England in the quarterfinal match of the 1986 FIFA World Cup. They won 1-0, and this motherfucker just swatted the ball in. Basically, I can't show you guys because FIFA is the worst when it comes to copyright. They actually I can't show you guys anything. Like the other day, I literally showed a picture of like their official website, and they got me taken down off YouTube. Now that's power. Let me tell you something. Looking at somebody's website, how do they even detect that? Like that would, so I might even get taken down just to be talking about this. So listen, YouTube boys, if I'm gone out of nowhere, you know where to find me. Twitch Next, or nowhere else but Twitch Next usually, because they take us down. Anyways, the hand from the heavens. I'm renaming it, not the hand of God. Hand from the heavens. OG Anunoby.
And he still had to go get it.
Make him a shoe line. Call him the OGs. He should be the new Jordan. He should be the new Jordan. And listen, all right, I'll tell you what, Knicks fans, you're lucky in a Man That Wemby podcast, because watching those videos of you guys like burning people's hair and beating the crap out of people, like as funny as sometimes they may be, like I actually at one point was like, I hope the Knicks. The fans were really ruining it for me to some extent. I did love to some degree like how hostile they were. Like I do wish like fans, it was like I hate the part of Europe that is like this, but I also love the culture side of it, that it's like, hey, you're in our grounds, like this is like hostile. Like I'm not gonna endorse Wemby getting hit with an egg. I don't think you should be throwing shit at people, but the fact that happened is crazy, and you got to give it to New York fans. And this was a really cool, they had a little block party going on. Again, listen for the anguish into euphoria. Just, I don't know why I love that, but the highs and lows of life sometimes what make life so great. So it's like a scene out of a movie. I'm not gonna lie, guys, if you ever get a chance to Like, first off, anybody that's been a part of a big city like this winning a big game, it's one of the best feelings in the fucking world. It actually is like euphoric. Like, there's everybody's high-fiving. It's like, dude, it can bring a tear to people's goddamn eye. Anyways, let's get into the actual game breakdown. I mean, like I said, we kind of covered the hand of God. We covered the actual, best play of the game, best thing I saw since that day, or since last episode. Sorry, guys. Look, I'm relying on the Jesus chicken to take me through this episode. I've been trying hard. Told you it's gonna be a doozy, but I fucking love this shit. So we're gonna power through it. Anyways, this game was incredible. First shout out that I have is, well, let's start take it from the top, because look, this game started. They couldn't have started better for the Spurs, and the way I think, was it 12? Yeah, 12-2 right out the gate. It was genuinely like, I think at the half, what were they up? 58-30 at the break. No. Sorry. 67-49 at the break. 67-49. That seems like way more than it actually is. Like, that seems like they're down by like 50 fucking points. So it could not have started better for the Spurs. And then you get this in the end of the first quarter. Mitchell Robinson technical foul on Wemby. I mean, at this point, he actually decks him. But at this point of the game, I was like, oh my god, like the NBA. Everybody and all fans that were not Spurs fans were saying the same shit, especially like on this play. It's just you can't guard that. You can't guard somebody that's 100 foot tall that can do a hook shot fading from there's nobody that in the world that can block that. And so Mitch comes down, obviously he's pissed. He's like, fuck, like my thing is being tall. What the hell, Wemby? Like, you're taking this thing being tall for me and you can shoot? Like, you're literally gonna take my job. And he has. And you see it here. Here's the play. Oof. And we're gonna pause that so we don't do a full minute. No, you're up to. I'm on to you, NBA. I'm on to you, NBA. Anytime I go over a minute of a broadcast, you're on my shit. And I think there's something there with it, and probably I should. But we're gonna skip ahead now, and they do a little bit of a review. This right here was the part that I think really sold it for me. Oh my gosh, what in your head? Ugh, that's all I gotta say about that. That's all I gotta say about that. And so Mitch gets the the flagrant, obviously, for decking him. But here you go. You got Wemby, the previous game, did not get a flagrant for this, which if he would have got a flagrant, from what I understand, he would have been suspended. So, day woke alert. I think the NBA maybe did not want their biggest cash cow at the current moment to not play Game 4. Oh my god, who would have thought? That's crazy. Genuinely, like, actually, to touch on that, I know, like, you listen, you reap what you sow. You elbow some dude in the face a couple rounds earlier, you get a flagrant 2, and you like rack up amount of flagrant points, and they get you suspended. They get you suspended. But nobody wants Wemby to be suspended for Game 4 other than Knicks fans. Straight up. I mean, unless there might be some like Spurs fan, like anti-Spurs fans, so hard. But like, we want a good game. Like, if you're like, that's the reality of it. We got a really great series, and I'll tell you, you know how you know why? Because everybody thought the Spurs were gonna win this by a mile. Like, the Spurs were crying after the Western Conference Finals because they basically thought that they'd already won the finals. Like, they're learning the lesson in real time here. But listen, it's but nobody wants that shit. Nobody wants that. Nobody does. And this is where it was really ballooning. 69-42. Wow, what a score. 69-42. 69-420. Dylan Harper can't miss. 71-42. It's a 29-point game. This is the largest lead of the night. Was at that 29 point. This was probably the greatest part of the night at that point, because everybody and their mother was like, shit, the NBA screwed. Wemby's gonna win his first championship at 13 years old, and now we're gonna have to deal with this French motherfucker for the next 20 years. But no, but you can see it in their eyes. Everybody's thinking the same shit. This is why I turned the phone down. Listen, we in America, if you've been paying attention, we love to hate, and we're obsessed with number 5. If you're a 10, we want to bring you down. If you're a 1, we want to bring you up. But don't you go too far up or down in either direction, damn it. I mean, look at the sadness. Mello just eating sad popcorn. I want to know that text chain. Calipari and fucking Adam Sandler. Ben Stiller. You can't tell me that guy didn't have him. I'm not going to say it. Chris Rock, right? Good. I mean, and then this is Wemby. This is the turn of the tides, actually. Now, here's one thing I'll say. Some stats here, right? There's some big, like, this game came down to this right here. Obviously, it came down to the OG play, and we've watched that about 100 times. But this was where it was like, okay, maybe something can come back, right? Because And we're going to watch the full comeback here in a second. Fuck it. I don't even care if the NBA tries to copyright me. It is what it is. We'll try and like bob and weave a little bit. I don't know. But this was the start of it right here. Flagrant one by Wemby.
Yep. There's the elbow.
Loosey-goosey on the elbow.
Now, sometimes elbows to the head can be flagrant too, but that's more of him moving his arm. That's kind of a normal
basketball motion.
Yeah.
That's a normal basketball.
It's still going to be a flagrant.
Yeah, no.
So that's the flagrant there. No, I don't honestly. I think I got like one guy or tricked on the internet. Because if this is a flagrant here and Wemby's not getting suspended, then why did the whole Jalen Brunson thing that I said earlier, like what the fuck was that person talking about? Anyways, sometimes I'm going to regurgitate some bullshit and you're going to have to call me on it, guys. It's going to happen every once in a while, especially on days like today. Anyways, 29-point comeback win. Let's get a better view for this. It is 2 minutes long, so I'll probably get taken down, but it is what it is. Like I said, this is the start of, this is after the flagrant one.
Sorry about that. It was not intentional.
In this game, it's not like you can just go and focus.
That's what Johnson does best. He has not had a great playoff series. Anunoby.
I mean, OG really was the star tonight. 33 points, 10 for 15 from the field, 7 and 9 from 3. Banged all 6 free throws. I mean, is he not? I mean, I know Jalen Brunson's hit the shots and everything like that, but like, there has to be a mild argument for OG to be the series MVP, right? Like, especially after tonight. I'm not saying like a big argument. Like obviously Jalen Brunson is going to win the Finals MVP. I think it's probably written in the stars at this point. I mean, it's still a 20-point game with 9 minutes left, guys. Knicks outscored the Spurs 58-30 after the break. I mean, they absolutely erased this lead. I'm going to mute it so we don't get caught. But OG goes absolutely supernova. Brunson does this thing. I mean, listen, Brunson had the quietest 36-point night ever just because he's just so consistent and he makes so many fucking buckets. 7 assists, 9-11 from the line. Cat was with a 13 and 10. Josh Hart 8 and 6. Almost blew the game, by the way. Josh Hart, I mean, he had a little. I think we have his press conference up here in a second, but basically said OG fucking saved him from being actually like one of those Spurs fans outside the, oh my gosh, outside the MSG because he had a wide open layup that he absolutely smoked. He got caught between trying to dunk it, and then here's the hand of the heaven. Got caught between trying to dunk it and lay it up and hit the back iron, which would have given them the lead. I mean, Wemby also, I mean, the anti-Wemby thing goes nuts here. I mean, one, De'Aaron Fox. So two things. Fox and Wemby really, as much as the Knicks won this game, Wemby and Fox just as equally lost it, if that makes sense, right? And this is the main reason for Fox. I mean, he had a pretty good game otherwise, and then we'll talk about Wemby in a second. But, you know, obviously, great contest by Wemby, and then De'Aaron Fox, wide open, up 1 in the bonus. I mean, he's going to regret this for the rest of his career, that he did not, especially if he never wins a championship. Yeah, he did not spin out here. Spin out, take the foul, hit your foul shots. He tried to go straight up with it for some reason. Makes no sense. Doesn't have to. There's no shot clock. There's nothing. He goes straight up with it. And OG, again, blocks the shit out of him. MVP type shit. Also, shout out Jose Alvarado because he really turned the tides here. He had the loudest, you know, on the opposite of Jalen Brunson, he had the loudest 8-point night that I've ever seen in my life between the steals and just getting in Wemby's head, and Jesus, how close is he to a backcourt violation here? Look at this. I mean, Fox. I hate to put it on Fox like that. I really like Fox. I even got a little Fox. We're a Kings podcast just as much, well, not just as much as the Magic, but some of my closest people in my life are from Sacramento. So we got a De'Aaron Fox. We like Fox here. But man, oh man, if he just turns out and gets fouled, or he decides, hey, let me pump fake this foul. He's a backcourt violation. They get the possession, and we're right back to the free throws on the other side. Unbelievable. And so you come down here, and obviously you had the hand of the heavens, and then they get the stop, and that's it.
Harper lobs it inside. Castle hasn't lost it. That's it. It's
Great defense by Hart, by the way. Just staying straight up and down. When you're in this circle right here, you cannot that was close right here.
Castle hasn't lost it. That's
But
it. It's over.
a lot of people don't know this in the NBA, and I think that's a really good example of what Hart did. I mean, obviously people in the NBA know this, but a lot of fans don't know this. But when you're inside this little semicircle right here, if you see my cursor, you cannot extend over an opponent at all unless you get the ball. Like if you can only go straight up and down. And even if you do like go extend out and get the ball, a lot of times you will get still called because the refs are taught that the players, once they're in that circle, if you're a defender, you can only put your arm straight up and jump straight up. Obviously, you can contest, but what you see is a lot of bigs will like do this like thing where they'll come down and they won't really make too much contact where they get called on the foul. And, you know, the players never really argue it too much because they know it's the rule. But fans will always argue like, that's not a foul. Like, he didn't touch him. It's like, no, well, he's in the center circle and he's reaching over, and that's going to be called almost every single time. And that's how the refs are taught it. Now, listen, they could change next year in the competition committee. And, you know, we talked about last episode of Adam Silver. He walked through what they plan to do this summer. But at the end of the day, foul's a foul. But it's great play by Josh Hart is what I'm going to say.
Inside. Castle hasn't lost it.
They easily fouled, but easily got a little anxious. And look at this euphoria, guys.
Comeback and lead it 3-1. Now 1 win away from a title.
I'm happy for Knicks fans. I know that not everybody's the biggest fan of them right now for the beating the crap out of a bunch of Spurs fans. Hating them. It's just good for the sport. We'll talk about it in a sec. Just like if the U.S. somehow made it to the final of the World Cup, it would just be good for the sport somehow. I don't think it's going to happen, but here's your update on your celebrities pissed off. Got all the celebrities and their mothers. Euphoric. Larry David. The video, I don't know if I have this up or not. Taylor. We'll talk about Taylor in a sec. I think we got some tea on Taylor too, in a good way. But back to Wemby. I mean, first of all, he quite literally could have sealed the game, right? He gets fouled. We have 1:47 left in the game. Well, I guess this was a lot later in the game for some reason. Sheesh. I mean, he really stepped in it. I mean, so he was 24 and 13, but he was 9 of 25 from the field. So he shot 36%, 2 from 8 from 3. He had a big flagrant, the flagrant that really restarted the momentum for the Knicks. Chucked it 25 times, made 9, picked up a flagrant, and blew a 29-point lead. All I'm going to say is the anti-Wemby podcast narrative was taken off last night. Let's go, boys. Hell yeah, we hope the glazing stopped. We hope it stopped, but damn it, we came out on top last night. We came out on top. And look, again, great for the sport. I know showing another fucking show on my show isn't the best type of show. Hour after the game. Listen. Everybody's still in the stands.
I mean, if I can make it here, I can make it anywhere.
This guy's innie is, or Audi is at the game. What's that guy's name in the show? Severance. Oh man, come on. I'm not even a fan of New York at all. That's chilling. That gives me chills, man. Vic in the second half. You know, I retweeted this shit. 8 points, 3 of 14 shooting, minus 27. What happened, Vic? What happened? I thought you were in their head. Jesus, man. I'm starting to build a rivalry with the French between PSG and me being English and us being an anti-Wemby podcast. But you know what? I don't have it on here, but you know who OG is a fan of? Do I need to tell you? It's the Gunners, damn it. It's the fuck. Anyway, Josh Hart, I mentioned this earlier, gave OG some credit because
basketball dreams of being a part.
The New York media and the New York fans would have ripped his nuts off.
Basically, anybody who's ever played basketball dreams of being a part of a game like that one. I know, obviously, it just happened, but can you describe what it's like just to be part of a game that people will probably remember forever?
It's neat. Obviously, at the end of the day, we got to go out there and finish the job. And we can't be complacent or happy about this because,
Great answer.
like I said, they're going to come out Saturday, in their spot, their fans, and that's going to be a battle. But this game was crazy. Like I said, I got a special shout out, for OG, man, because he saved me, at least for this game, a lifetime of, regret. So yeah.
For those that don't know, let me see if I can. Should have just pulled it up. Do I have it? Oh yeah, I do have it. Look at that. I actually did. Look off. There you go, Josh Hart. What he's talking about here. Truly just got between the dunk and the lay. The Magic fans know that all too well. I mean, Magic fans that are like my age at least. I'm not gonna say who, because I love the guy and I've met him personally. I've had dinner with him and he's a cool guy, but man, all too well. Give me a finger roll, damn it. Give me a fucking finger roll. But it didn't matter for Josh, thankfully. But anyways, well, for those that don't know, we are Taylor Swift podcast, and Tay-Tay was in the crowd last night, and we saw people, saying some things online about her, and I gotta say, I think that's bullshit. I appreciate just how corny she is, man. Like, and she just like steers into it, and she's perfect in the way she is. Like, she's very unapologetically Taylor Swift, and you gotta love that about her. There's a lot of people that hate on her and whatever. And she's wearing a shirt that says Stevie Nicks, and one of her friends is wearing a shirt that says Nickelback, and it's a pun. But look at that, I mean, come on. How are you gonna hate on Taylor? Having a fucking blast. Also, I'm pretty sure Taylor was at the other big blowout for Cleveland. So the games that she's going to, she's really doing Magic fans a service by helping the Knicks come back from a huge deficit, a bigger deficit than the Magic blew. And I've heard word on the street, hot in the streets, coming straight from Zoe this morning in the TikTok. People were saying that yesterday was the Toy Story 5 premiere, and then yesterday was, I'm doing this so bad. 2 days ago was the Toy Story 5 premiere. Yesterday was game 4 of the final, and people are suggesting that maybe this is like a Bachelorette type situation, which that could make sense. We did a whole bit on, I don't think Taylor Swift is getting married at MSG, but it's not out of the question right at this second. I will say that much. So I will say that much at the very minimum. It is not out of the question. So we'll see if there's a 3 that pops up sometime in between here in the next couple of days. Watch out. T-Swift fans, they're going to be on top of that shit. They're going to be on top of it. Anyways, game 4 was absolutely electric. It is fucking hot as shit here. Why is it so hot in here? Well, I might be wearing an England Nike tech, so it's not doing me any favors. But we got game 5. I don't know why Blake thought which game that was for a second. We got game 5, June 13th, which is Saturday. I will actually be in Dallas, Texas. We'll be in Dallas we'll be flying into Dallas that day for the World Cup.